Day 31 of this, whatever this series is called, I don't even know. This journey. Yeah, today was I learned a lot today. It's interesting because the same thing I've had, what happened to me today happened to me on the song prior, the one that I went through during the early stages of this series. And it was a day of just continuously repeating the same take over and over again and nothing coming of it, right? Not a single thing coming of it. And in both cases, these were like 7 hours, 8 hours just recording the same thing, right? And in both cases, nothing came from it. But I'm kind of perceiving it differently this time. I don't know if I spoke about this before, perception. The way I see it this time is slightly different to the way I've seen it before. And it's not like oh, it'll be all right, everything's okay, you'll get it done eventually. It's not that way. I'm very hard on myself. Just naturally, it's just kind of, I don't know, if you watch more than one of these videos, you can probably tell I'm quite critical myself. I feel like everyone is to an extent. So it's not like, oh, it's okay, you'll get it next time. It's not that kind of perception. I'm still beating myself up about it. But the way I kind of see it isn't really like the defeatist mentality I had before. And that's not saying I didn't really have a defeated mentality. I was saying it just got me very, very down about it. Whereas in this case, it's got me down, but it's just kind of got me fired up. It's kind of just got me like, okay, I've done 7 hours, but that means I put 7 hours of work in. That means I put 7 hours of work that needed to be done in order for me to finish this, right? Because obviously 7 hours prior to this, I couldn't do it, right? So the way I'm seeing it is that I'm just putting in the necessary time in order for it to be a perfect take, right? Whereas before, it was kind of like, oh man, what's going on? Like, it was just like a very, very strong sense of frustration, which I still feel that as well. I still feel frustrated from the day because obviously, if you're doing the same thing 7, 8 hours, you want to see some kind of something there that you've done. And at this point in time, I started the day the same. Like, nothing has changed on Ableton. Like, it's still the same progress kind of thing. But the way I'm kind of seeing it now is that, yes, I've put in the work, but I'm just getting closer to where I need to be. Like, I'm just getting close to the level that I need to be at in order to play the song the way I want it to, right? It's different because it's not a mentality of, oh, you'll get there eventually. It's not that, because I'm still frustrated myself. I'm still fired up about it, but it's just kind of seeing it as progress rather than seeing it as like regression. You see what I mean? And what I've also noticed is I went for a run today. I ran to the gym and I ran back from the gym and I did legs at the gym. And what I've realized is, I mean, I've always noticed this, right? Because I've been doing this for a while. I've like this sense of pushing yourself, kind of pushing your limits, seeing how far you can go. But what you realize more and more after you do this, like when you keep, I think I spoke about this, was it yesterday or the day before, about these thresholds that you keep pushing, these barriers that you keep pushing, this discomfort, right, that you keep pushing, right? Is that your mind is really, once you like just ignore what your mind's telling you to do, especially during a workout or something like recording the same song over again, your mind's just like, oh, no, it's fine, do it another time. Once you ignore that voice in your head that's telling you to stop, you are literally unstoppable. I swear. Like, say if you're going for a run, and the voice is telling you, your inner voice is telling you to stop, and you just keep going, you just ignore it like it means nothing to you, you're unstoppable. And I think once you realize that, how your mind is literally like, it's just crazy. If you just ignore it, just keep going. I think the best example is on a treadmill or on a run. I swear, especially on a treadmill. Treadmill's the most boring thing you'll ever do in your life. I swear, you're staring at a brick wall. You're staring at a brick wall. The one in my gym is grey. It's a grey wall. You're just staring at it and you're just running on the spot, right? At least when you're going outside for a run, you can see shit and like you can see the progress you've made throughout, right? But in a treadmill, you are literally staring at a grey wall, whatever the wall might be, red, white, grey, whatever. There's so many times where your mind tells you to stop because it's like, it's easy. But once you just ignore it, bro, it's crazy. It really is crazy. Cause I realized that when I was so post workout, so the second time around, because I ran to the gym and ran after my workout, so I ran home, and I was halfway through running home, and your mind's just telling you to stop. It's like, bro, you've done a workout, you ran to the gym already, like, you've done everything. You don't need to be doing this run. Just stop. Why are you running? Once you block it out, yeah, crazy. It's crazy. And I feel like that is the barrier. I was talking about before about this threshold that you reach, and of it, a lot of times there isn't really a key indicator to how you're surpassing this like pain threshold, right? How you're overcoming it, how you're bettering yourself, right? But I think if you just ignore that voice, you are near that threshold of growth. You have to be, because it's literally your subconscious telling you to stop. It's literally your subconscious telling you that that is your level. So if you just ignore it and just keep going, then you must be going above it. So if you ever ignore your subconscious telling you to stop, whether it's doing the most boring task or going for a run or going for an exercise, don't stop, because that is where the growth comes from. And although when did I started recording at 12:30, finished at like 7:30, 8, and although I got nothing out of that, of me just with this guitar playing the same chords with the microphone there, the way I see it is that's where growth comes from. And there was a lot of times during that recording session I was like, you know what, just stop, it's fine, do it another day. But it's like that Rocky cutscene, there is no tomorrow, and Apollo Creed's telling Rocky, there is no tomorrow. But yeah, good day again today. I'm gonna try and do a month where I take no rest days in terms of exercising. I think that will be a good thing to do this month, especially February. I think February's nice to do. Because the winter, you don't really want to do it, and also the month's quite short. The month's shorter, so I guess it's kind of easier to do. It's like the first full month of, I think it's a reasonable thing to be able to do. Full month with no rest days. Just go for it. Why not? Yeah, I do think ever since I've started running, I mean, that was my third run. I mean, I do go on the treadmill sometimes at the gym, not often, but like once a week maybe. I do think running is more, I know it's great for your physical health and all that, like cardio is obviously good for your physical health, but for me, the biggest benefit I get from cardio is the mental side of things. And I don't know if that's with anyone else, but that's the way I see it. I see it as just an endurance test. How much can you endure your mind telling you to stop? How much can you endure your mind just telling you to quit, and you just keep going no matter what? Yeah, I see it more from the mental side of things rather than the physical side of things. And it really is translating to my music. And I think, I've been doing music for, this is my 4th year. Yeah, it'll be my 4th year in December. So, not really my 4th year, but it's more my 3rd year at the moment. 3 and whatever, quarter 3, yeah, whatever. And I've had to learn about endurance and overcoming resistance and, you know, discipline and all that. But I do think when you start running and when you start doing these like cardio just in general, I do think that it's just another layer. Like as I said, like I've learned a lot through these years, like through the years of doing music, and how having to learn everything yourself and having to do the work you don't want to. And, you know, I feel like I'm at a very good level in terms of discipline. I'm not perfect. I don't think I'm nowhere near to where I want to be in terms of discipline, in terms of the effort that I put in. um I think I can always be better, but I think I'm probably better than most people are in terms of discipline, in terms of just because I've had to learn it for like 3 years. It's not an arrogance thing. I just think the experience I've had doing music, I think I've naturally learnt the skills. But I do think doing cardio and running, it's like you shed a layer. And I respect every single person that like trains for a marathon, does half marathons, because they are different. Like they are absolutely different. Um, yeah, I think it's just another layer you just shed, and I think cardio, yeah, yeah, I think it's good. I'm learning a lot at the moment, so and I really enjoy learning, so very grateful for that. Yeah. I'm gonna read and then go to bed. That sounds so performative. Oh my god. Yeah. Good night.